performance a week ago, as it'll be the Oakland. I'll join you again at halftime to look at some of these stats and scores from earlier this afternoon. But for now, it's Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Well, Coach, take the Lincoln Tunnel through Weehawken, through Secaucus, across the Hackensack River, and you'll arrive, as we have, at MetLife Stadium at East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Oakland Raiders and the New York Jets. Here we go. The final week of the NFL season. Week 17 is underway. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. First and 10 at their own 29-yard line. Check out. Ready. Here we go.
They'll run with the former Badger. It's Corey Clement. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it a second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. On 2nd down, Clement. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Come on, let's go.
Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about the
under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Jordan Hicks able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean...
And he's going to go down again. The man they call Snacks, Damon Harrison, providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. The numbers for Bell on the ground in the game last week. 17 carries, 116 yards.
One thing I do know, teams in the NFL don't treat this like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter. It's been mentioned all week long about going out and getting him the rushing title. He'll see the ball, and he'll see it often.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Now here's a pass on first down. It's knocked away and incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And an alley to run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. 11 yards there, first down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
A couple of first downs has the football position at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Bell. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense. Because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, it's close. Complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Bell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
Well, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to like it. You're the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On 2nd down and 4, Prescott steps away to his left. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down.
Hey, chill. Here we go, 47.
Now Prescott. It'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they'll throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. And the magnitude of this game, everybody knows it. The fans, obviously the players and coaches, there's just with them a palpable buzz right now. They know they control their own destiny.
Win, and you're in. And I think every player wants that. I think every coach wants that. I haven't been an organization yet that wants to be in a game where they have to rely on other teams to get them to their goals. In this situation, it's very cut and dry. Win, and you're in the playoffs. That's their mission, that's their challenge, and you know they've chosen to accept it.
And what they told us is this has been the most focused week of practice we've had all year. You wouldn't expect any different.
Yeah, and you know, at the beginning of the season, you have multiple goals. They just have one now, win the game.
Monday.
On first down, they go with Herman again. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From the 40 now on second down. Luck. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Marcel Aitman, the intended target. Third down here. They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. They'll fake it. Now Luck. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Zadarius Smith make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Good blocking there, and nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. Unless he has a Julio Jones-type 300-yard game in him that Julio did against the Panthers in 2016, probably not going to reach 1,000, but still pretty good year.
I think you're right. It's a pretty good year for him, but let's face it, every receiver's dream is to have a game like Julio Jones had against the Carolina Panthers. It's 300 yards on the nose, and it didn't matter what coverage they sent his way, he solved it each and every time. Maybe our guy can get that way in this ball game. Let's see.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. 2 minutes on the clock in what's been a scoreless first half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. They'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. A good pickup there, a 22.
Let's go!
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to...
Pretty good looking run there on first down. That'll go for 9 yards, just short of the line to gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving. Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. Someone jumped.
Second down, it's Henderson. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
They'll go back to Henderson on first down. And some room to work. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. This is Bell. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 2nd down now, it's Bell looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. This throw caught right around the 6. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Now Bell. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage. Back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. They'll try again with Bell. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
So we've come upon half that. Okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight. Maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
From the 38, Prescott flushed out right. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Now a first down carry by Bell. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And there'll be a break in the action here because Prescott is going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Mike 50, huh? I'm here all day. Check 50, check 50. Here we go, 47. 46.
On play action, Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with him.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dub for the house.
That happened to you before?
No, I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Locke. He's got his man. It's Andrews. 12 yards there and a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Now it's Barber. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. First down, they go to Barber again. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Luck. He'll find Barber out of the backfield. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Peyton Barber, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board first here tonight. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road in just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means...
And for the 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. There's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
The completion good for 3 and it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
That's complete to Butler. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. They're going to run the draw here with Clement. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now on 2nd and 13. Luck. He's going to launch. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. They're all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. With touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead.
I know this is a rough, rugged game played by really, really tough guys. But that throw, absolutely lovely. What a deep ball by the quarterback.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This one taken just inside the 10. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. This will probably be last play of the quarter.
I'm going back to you.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be taken down. They sack him on what will be the final play of quarter number 3. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the 4th. After the sack on first down, Prescott. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in a shutout. This offense wants to get rid of that zero. A first down run for Bell, not going to get much. Maybe a couple, and it's second down. The tackle made by Blake Martinez. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Bell. Kendall Beckwith on the stop.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. He may try and run for this. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting him today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that's the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. A gain of 6 there on first. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll give this to Bell running right, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this.
Well, this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Traquan Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. So they get the score, partner. Game's not over, but they still need some help here.
Agreed, they definitely need some help, but they took care of the first part by scoring themselves.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays, they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 55 yards. This offensive line starting to win up front. You win that battle in the trenches, you can kind of wear them down here later.
So you bring in the second part to that equation, and that's the big running back, the big bruiser, who can get more than what's blocked and break a few extra tackles and gain yardage.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Second down and goal. Luck. This is caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They'll run with Barber. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. And his defense here going to factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Joseph is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, let a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
So Dak Prescott in the offense. Down by 10, 2:16 to play. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they got it with a 1st down. Looking to throw. Prescott looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Hey, check. 3 down. Here we go, kill. Here we go, 47, 26.
Prescott to throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down. They'll try and run forward now. Give him 12 yards that time and an Oakland 1st down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
27, 26.
Now Prescott, buying time to his left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 12-yard line. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. To throw is Prescott. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Interception, baby. Stay. Show it up.
And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. All that, it only nets him a yard. It's second down. From the 9, here's second and 9.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets.
And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.
Up this magic.